Alright, so there's a myth that drinks that are high in sugar can be very bad for your teeth, so we're gonna test that out. So we have regular Coke and Coke Zero, as well as orange juice and grape juice. These will help test with the sugar, and these will help test with the more acidic drinks, because that can also be bad for you. And then we'll do one in water to see how that affects it. And to make it more realistic, we're gonna brush off the eggs, which will represent the teeth, and we'll brush them off periodically throughout the experiment, and we'll get back to you with the results. Alright, so I predict that the regular Coke will be the worst, followed by orange juice, grape juice, then Coke Zero, and of course water.
Alright, so I think the worst is gonna be normal Coke due to the high sugar levels. Then it's probably gonna be followed by, I think, grape juice, because even though it says no sugar added, grapes already have sugar, contain sugar. So I think since it's dark too, it's gonna stay in the teeth and it's probably gonna deteriorate them as well. Then followed by the orange juice due to the acidic liquid that is found in oranges. And then lastly, well, before last would be my Coke Zero, because it has no sugar added. It's just aspartame, I think they use in these things. And then lastly, of course, water.
I think the Coke's gonna decay the teeth the most, followed by grape juice and orange juice.
Alright guys, so as we said earlier, the myth we're trying to prove is whether sugar actually harms your teeth or not. You might be wondering why we're using eggs for it, but basically eggs, the eggshells contain calcium, same as our tooth enamel. We also contain calcium in our teeth. And the eggs can actually act very similar to our teeth, because our teeth, the tooth enamel, actually protects the inner teeth, the juice inside and all the blood inside, from getting damaged, similarly as how eggshells protect the contents inside as a yolk and the egg whites. So yeah, that's why we're using eggs.
Alright, so now we're gonna fill up our cups. We have our water cup here, and we'll fill them all to the same amount. First, our Coke. Coke Zero. And our grape juice here. Orange juice. Alright, and now we can place our eggs inside and wait to see what happens. Alright, so they've been soaking for about 2 hours now. Let's see how they're looking. This is Coke Zero. This is regular Coke. This is the grape juice. Here's orange juice. And just water. Alright, I'm gonna give them a clean and let's see how they look. Alright, here's an example of how they're looking post cleaning. So, not too bad actually. Alright, here's the grape juice one after cleaning. Didn't clean as well. And the orange juice one actually cracked, so it just shows you how fragile it is. Cracked while I was cleaning it, so. Alright, here's the orange juice one. It cracked while I was cleaning it. It was very fragile, so it's looking good for this myth. so this is check number 2 after another 2 hours and 1 cleaning. This is the Coke Zero. So we'll color it again. This is the regular Coke. Looks a little darker. Here's the grape juice. Pretty dark. And it's the water. If you remember, the orange juice one already cracked, so we don't have that anymore. But I'll give these another clean and put them back in. Okay, this is gonna be check number 3. First, the Coke Zero again. The regular Coke. The grape juice. It's pretty dark. And the water. Alright, so I'll give these another cleaning and see how it goes. Alright, here's the Coke Zero after the 3rd cleaning. It is feeling kind of fragile, so we'll see how it goes as we continue. Alright, here's what the regular Coke looks like after the 3rd cleaning. Still some discoloration. Alright, here's the grape juice egg after the 3rd cleaning. It's pretty hard to get a lot of this off, so again, it's looking pretty good for this myth. And here's our just water egg, and it's looking pretty good as expected and feels a lot less fragile than the other ones, so oh, there we go. Alright, I'm here for check number 4, and I've cleaned them 3 times. Alright. This is Coke Zero, not looking too bad. Here's the regular Coke. Looks pretty similar. The grape juice. There we go. And water. Alright, I'll give these another cleaning and see how it goes. Alright, I'm here for the 5th check on the eggs after another 2 hours and 4 cleanings. There's this one, the Coke Zero, the regular Coke, looks pretty similar. The grape juice looks about the same as it did after the last one. And it's the water one. And I'll give these another cleaning and check back in again. Alright, I'm gonna check them for the 6th time here. And they've been washed 5 times. It's been 24 hours total now. This is our Coke Zero again. Looks pretty similar to last time. The regular Coke. The grape juice. And the water. I'll give them one more cleaning and report back. Alright, so here's what the eggs look like after cleaning them 6 times periodically and after 24 hours of soaking. So here's the water egg, as expected. Looks the same as it did before. Here's the one that was in grape juice. So as you can see, plenty of discoloration, and it feels more fragile than the water egg. Here's the Coke Zero egg. Definitely discolored as well. And the regular Coke egg, which does actually look darker. It's hard to tell, but so yeah. And then if you recall, the orange juice one broke towards the beginning, so that's what they look like after the final cleaning. Alright, so in conclusion, I think we can say that there was definitely some impact from the drinks on the eggs, which, if you remember, represents the teeth in our experiment. Every time I checked it, I could tell that the shells were more fragile, even with the cleaning, which represents brushing your teeth to make it more realistic. But I would say that the more acidic drinks probably had the most impact. The orange juice egg broke right away, as well as the grape juice egg got pretty fragile by the end. And then the regular Coke had the third most impact, followed by the Coke Zero. And then, of course, the water had no impact. So I think we can say that this myth is confirmed, that the sugar, that the acidity definitely has an impact. So this myth is confirmed.